Welcome to Shadow Empire Academy. Today you will learn 10 useful tips that you have found in a dusty notebook of previous president of your empire, so you can learn something from it. Tip number 1. To center the screen on your capital, you can click on the banner representing your empire, and the map will automatically take you to the main zone and center the screen over the town. It's very convenient if you are in completely different area of the map and you would like to quickly go back to your main capital town. Tip number 2. If you would like to scrap your units from whatever reason, you can do this and they will return to the population of the zone. So currently my population is 128,700 of people, and if I would like to scrap 300 of my soldiers, I can select 3 subunits, and by doing that, all soldiers will return to the zone population, and I will get also some ammo, food, metal. So sometimes it's useful to do this. And let's check if the population changed. As you can see, now we have 129,000 of population. There is one difference to this rule. When our unit that we would like to scrap is in a zone that was cut out from the rest of your empire. So now I am in a zone called None, and in this zone is a free folk town. You can see that is 35,800 free folks here. And I can let this unit die from starvation or be killed and executed by enemy forces, or I can scrap them. And what will happen? If I scrap the whole unit, 900 soldiers, you can see that 900 population has been returned to the zone or to free folk. So in this case, our soldiers are hiding here in this asset. Now, here we can see 36,700 free folks. So the number of citizens in this small town increased by the number of soldiers. I can later connect the zone to my empire, and the free folks will slowly return to my population. So I am not losing population using this trick. By the way, this yellow pyramid is a symbol representing artifact. If you would like to learn more, watch my video about artifacts. Tip number 3. Replacing lost unit or operational headquarters. Sometimes your brigade might lost some units. We can see this in the order of battle. Here I have 4 units reporting to my operational headquarters, and I should have 5, so 1 is missing. Such unit will not appear using normal replacements, but you need to raise it manually. To do this, you need to select where this unit should appear, then select Rise Formation, and we are selecting this tab, Missing Unit. You will see all units that has been lost during the fight, and you can reform as blank unit, or if you have enough logistical points, also as a unit with troops. We have only option as a blank, so let's do it. You can see there is a blank unit with number 6. So in the order of battle, now we have our 5 units. So now this new unit can receive replacements. Maybe it looks strange because there is no information here, but next turn this unit will request all missing units in their table of organization and equipment. So they are missing 8 infantry and 1 light armor, so 1 tank battalion, and it's good to provide such replacements. So now I can hit replace and add the missing tanks and the missing infantry. Let's play next turn and see what will happen with that unit. We are in next turn, and here we can see our unit with 800 soldiers and 10 tanks. They requested 810 replacements, and they receive everything because they are close to the SHQ. But what if we will lose not only unit, but also the operational headquarters, because this is normal unit that we can also lose during the battle. So below on the south, I have this situation. This brigade lost their operational headquarters here in the battle. So now, if you go to the order of battle, you can see all units became independent. So they are reporting not to operational headquarters because it doesn't exist. They are reporting to the zone and they are independent. And as all units, they are reporting to strategic headquarters. So same as militia units. So how to get back our operational headquarters? The same way how we did it for the unit. We click on the hex, rise formation, and now instead of selecting missing unit, we select missing headquarters. Here you will see that we are missing our light infantry brigade headquarters, but we don't have enough logistical points, so let's do it somewhere here close to the zone center and check. Yes, we can now rise with troops or blank. So let's select the first option, and the unit will use existing troops in the SHQ, because in the SHQ I have some infantry, so I can rise formation, missing operational headquarters, and reform with troops. You can see that now I have the second infantry brigade, and in the order of battle it appears, and the previous units automatically are reporting to this OHQ, so the reporting line was restored. So here, independent Maxia, we don't have more independent units except of those two, which are created manually and they never were part of this brigade. So now I can go back to this brigade and I can try to add missing units, because now when I restart the operational headquarters, I can restore the missing units. First we need to restore headquarters, and then after the order of battle is restored, you can try to add missing units. Tip number 4. You can use the colonise option to disband your recruits. So in our zone, I have 134,000 people, and I can move recruits to the population of my zone. To do this, I need to click colonise on the zone where I have SHQ, and now I can select all my recruits or less, so 1,400, and send them as part of population of my zone. So now I have 1,400 more people in my zone, and I have 0 recruits. Sometimes it's useful to do this if you need more people here and you don't need to send food to recruits, because as you can see here, the food is consumed by colonists and recruits. So if you are low of food and you don't need more armies, you can send back recruits to the zone. Tip number 5. Manpower rebates. So the decreased cost of manpower for trucks, APCs, and recon baggage. Let's say I would like to raise a formation of motorized light infantry brigade. You can see that I need to pay 1100 recruits, so I have only 65% of that because I have 7200 recruits. But because of the manpower rebates, in reality I need to pay less. So even if I have only 65%, I will recruit less soldiers and less trucks, but the game will not consume all of recruits. Let's see. Rise formation, 3,800 soldiers, recruits. So what happened? This is the rebate. So after delivering the trucks, all people like instructors, technicians, support teams, they are returning back to SHQ as recruits. I select a truck. You can see that if we go to the model design, you can see here production cost population divider 5. So in reality, the truck needs less people, 5 times less. Tip number 6. Units staying in SHQ as replacements, gaining experience each turn. So let's check our buggies in SHQ have 0 experience. As you can see, we have now 4 experience. So keeping units in SHQ as replacements sometimes gives them quite good training and can prepare them for future fight. After a few turns, I have 10 experience in SHQ for buggies, and I can try use them to create new formation. So let's create new independent buggies formation, and I can here select which type of buggies I would like to buy, or here is a button to use existing SHQ troops. How many percent of the SHQ troops, and here I can select which experience levels I would like to include. In this case, I have many green units in SHQ, so I would like to use green, and now I can use 50 copper plus units that are experienced, or I can decide to use less units like 50% from SHQ and buy some new buggies in variant 1 or the more advanced buggies in variant 2. So let's create our formation. Now you can see that the new advanced variant of buggies have 0 experience because I bought a brand new cars, but this 20 buggies have 10 experience from the SHQ. There is one important information. If you want to mix the same type of buggies in one unit, so copper plus and copper plus, which are experienced and unexperienced, then the game mix also the experience. So instead of 10 experience, you will have an average of those units. So 20 with 0 and 30 with 10. We'll see what will happen. So now our buggies have 5 experience. And here you can see that we had 10 experience. So if you're using the same model, the game is using as an experience an average experience of all subunits inside that group. I have loaded another game to show you that to increase the amount of experience your units are gaining each turn, you can build some assets that are giving you training bonus points, like barracks. Barracks for each level is giving you some training bonus points, like here 400, 100, so it's worth to upgrade it. And then such training bonus points you can find in features and bonus overview, and they are giving you training bonus. So increase the speed of experience grown of your troops by 8%. In this case, this 8% is computed from the training bonus points. So I have 70 training bonus points. So you can see that increasing to level 2 and the barracks will give me 10 times more bonus points. So this is also quite interesting information that you can speed up the experience. There is also special technology here in the GR Tech group. It's called GR Combat Simulator, and it allows experience to go up 10 points higher without needing to get into actual combat. So this GR technology is also quite useful. Tip number 7 is quite small one, but useful. If you have big stack of units in one hex, you can click and scroll over them, but it's sometimes not very convenient. But you can also select them here, and then the border in the stack is highlighting the correct unit. But of course, it's also better to see the unit on top. So to move the unit on top of the stack, you need to double click on it. Then the unit is visible here. So instead of scrolling, you can simply go to the last unit and double click, and it's moved to the top of the stack, and you can see it here. So it's more comfortable to use this unit. Tip number 8, controlling production cost of assets. If you plan to build something big, like let's say another level of your industry, which will take 5 turns, and for each turn you will pay 900 metal and 240 industry. So it's quite huge cost if we multiply that, but let's do it. Now, when I find my new construction here, I can click on it, and on the left, I can reduce the speed of the construction. And also, it will reduce the amount of resources that I need each turn. So if I will decrease it to 50%, then I don't need to spend each turn 900 metal, but 450 metal. Of course, the construction will take then 10 turns because we have slowed down by half, but it will not kill our production. I've played another turn, and now you can see that this bar is representing the speed of the construction. So now here you can see that the construction speed is 49%, and I can control it here. You can do the same with normal assets that are already available. You can decrease the production speed, which will also decrease the energy usage and amount of workers needed. So this is a convenient way to control your production speed or construction speed. Tip number 9. Useful keyboard shortcuts. You can use your keyboard to improve your life. For example, we have keyboard shortcuts for map player's bar. If you press 1, you can hide units and unhide them. If you press 4, you can show or hide grid on the map. And if you press 6, you can show or hide operational logistic layer. Those three are my favorite in this section. Another useful keyboard shortcuts are previous and next unit. So if you select any unit, you can press 9 to jump into next unit, 8 to jump to the previous unit, or 0 to set the unit into guard mode, so it will be not included in the next pref queue. So now if I click next, so 9, I jump to this unit and go back 8, is skipping the unit in the guards mode, so moving to this one. It's a convenient way to scroll through all units that have still action points. Last group of interesting shortcuts in the map orders mode, so S for strategic movement, M for normal movement, I for inspect mode, A for range attack mode, and R for road construction, C for normal construction. Tip number 10. Useful preferences options, like you can click autosave, so at the end of each turn the game will save your last turn, or you can enable even screenshots to save your current map as image, so you can then create a kind of timeline with it to watch how your empire was growing. But if you have enabled grid, it will be included. So if you're switching between grid and no grid, then you somehow mess the images. So you should have consistency if you play with grid or without, or remember to turn it on at the end of each turn. Another useful option is in the map tab, you can have small counters. You can see that now the counters are much smaller, but if you have many units in the hex, it's easier to notice what is going on, or maybe not easier, depending on you. And NATO counters, so you can have, instead of images, NATO symbols. I hope it is useful, and I recommend to watch other videos from my playlist to learn more about this great game. Thank you for watching.